Hi, how you going? Firstly, I'd like to apologise. This video is nowhere near up to the quality or standard or that the information deserves. So anyone around the world, beg you, please help all these Australians that believe whatever the Trumplicans are saying. I need your help. Anyone else around Australia thinks this is fear mongering and all that. You know, you got the likes of Alan Jones rattling off a death rate, right? That doesn't make sense whatsoever, like 0.0003 or whatever it is. Right now, to work out the death rate, you just simply go the amount of recovered cases divided by the amount of deaths. I didn't want to jinx people currently that have got COVID, so I just went the COVID cases. Right, so if this was fear mongering, right, Australia, do you know that for every 37.9 COVID cases, someone's died? Okay? You want real fear mongering. For every 18 COVID cases in Tasmania, someone has died. In Canberra, it's 41.3. For every 41.3 COVID cases in Canberra, someone's died. Victoria, it's 24.4. For every 24.4 COVID cases, someone's died. So the negligence of Sky News and that, is really, it's having a disastrous effect on Australia. There's not one of my friends know anything about the vaccine apartheid. I haven't heard one media outlet in Australia talk about the vaccine apartheid. I haven't heard one politician mention it on the parliament floor about the vaccine apartheid. So, right, for all Australians that don't know, at the G20 summit, President Biden wanted to break up the vaccine apartheid and so that they could send the ingredients and the recipe of the vaccine around the rest of the world to make it up. For some reason, Scott Morrison and Boris Johnson sided with protecting the vaccine apartheid, and then went to pushing AstraZeneca. Right now, unfortunately, we've got a government that's a bit like Ron Desantis at the moment. That's exactly who the New South Wales Premier resembles to me. And we've got medical professionals that resemble Dr. Burks. Please, Dr. Kerry Chant, tomorrow, stand up and hold your ground. Stand up for the medical science, okay? For all those around the world, we've gone into a lockdown thing, and we've got Macca's, KFC, and everything still open. Right? We had a premier that let it rain for 2 weeks. Right? Rain for 2 weeks across Sydney, and then she decided to do a snap lockdown on Sydney, which was a soft approach, mind you. I suggest she ignored all legal advice, all medical advice to lock the state down at that point. It made anyone that's listening to following what's going on with the COVID around the world would know that quick, snap, hard lockdown is the way to go. Alright, so unfortunately, with the week that she locked Sydney down, there was a Tim to Zoo fight. Now, Michael Zarafa's been made the biggest. He's copped a lot of mental health grief over being responsible and putting his community, his family and welfare, his state welfare before the big before a big payday. He could have made his biggest payday, but no. Obviously, Michael followed the right health advice. But from what I hear, it wasn't even about. He didn't even get that chance. They went looking for Stevie Sparks pretty much straight away as soon as she locked Sydney down. And yeah, but now the Hunter Valley's been locked down, and the word around the traps is that there's the reason she's not locking down the whole state this time is because there's a horse racing meet at Coffs Harbour. Okay, so we need to, Kerry Chant, you need to bar that horse racing event. You need to lock the state down ASAP. ASAP. Right? Now, what we're not being told about the AstraZeneca vaccine is that as far as vaccines go to the Delta variant, it's like a Panadol, you know, where these Pfizers are like, the Pfizer's like a morphine to the Delta variant. And if we keep treating this Delta variant with just the Panadol of vaccines, we're going to create a super variant. So, everyone, we've got 76 senators in Australia, something I didn't learn until recently. So, can you please pick up your phone and ask them why they aren't demanding Scott Morrison to change his stance on the vaccine apartheid. And ask anyone you know why they haven't heard about the vaccine apartheid. Anyone that's been anyone that's got a brain malformation on their brain, like I have, will be told no to AstraZeneca. And there's not a medical expert on this earth that's going to give it to us, Scott Morrison. And then you make us feel like we're guilty of something. Right? I've wanted to do the Pfizer from day one. I've begged for it everywhere for the last year. And I got told, yeah, my turn will come, fair enough. But I don't care if I don't get a vaccine ever and pass away from this thing. But as long as this video does what it's meant to, and we get Pfizer made in Australia before the end of the year. So please share this video and this Pfizer, and so help get Pfizer made for the entire world and not just for the rich 1%.